Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of 1 Hour 1 Live. There's a freaking bear right there. And I saw another Eve over here. I think most of the players that are spawning are Eves now because I noticed that the concurrent players for this game kind of like plummeted a couple of weeks ago. Maybe this week. I don't know, but I noticed that I don't have access to the concurrent players like stats, but that's just the feeling that I have because there was a new update. Like I think it was like last Saturday we had a new update that included decay, and it also added a bunch of different like decorations and stuff like that. Like I think it added like cobblestone paths and walls and stuff like that. So this episode I'm gonna talk a little bit about the direction that the game is going and some thoughts that I have in the game. So it's not a regular episode. I noticed that a lot of people stopped playing the game, and I noticed some backlash, I guess, in the forums as well. So I just want to talk a little bit about the game, the updates, and the direction for the game, and basically what was promised in the trailer is what I'm trying to say, I guess. So yeah, this is not gonna be like a regular game, like gameplay video. I usually do live commentary, so sometimes I repeat myself and I say things different ways. I say the same things in different ways, and I'm not good at like focusing on a single topic, so sometimes I'm kind of like all over the place. So some people suggest that I play like the game and then do post commentary, but then I get comments saying, hey, why didn't you do like live commentary? So it's very difficult to please everybody, but I guess what I'm going to try to do is I'm just going to do the live commentary as I always do. Thankfully I just found a bunch of food right there. Oh crap, don't die. Grab that, run. Holy crap. Stupid bear. Oh, look at this. There's another civilization here. Oh, by the way, I think the update also restarted some servers. So some of the servers had like some issues with the decay, especially for broken baskets. So this thing right here, it kind of like took a toll on the server load, I guess. And so yeah, it's a huge issue. Look at this card. It's also all broken down, all run down. Anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to talk about the direction for the game. I noticed that there was a little bit of a backlash on in the forums, and I do have some thoughts. Obviously, the idea that I have for the game is different from what Jason expects of the game or wants to do with the game. So I just want to tell you guys what I like about the game, right? Or what, like, the concepts that really drew me towards the game. So when I first saw this game, I saw a game that was all about technology progression and tech trees, and basically advancing a civilization like one step at a time. So I really liked the idea of having a bunch of... Oh, there's a baby right there. Hello, baby. Do you really want to live this life? I could kill you right now, or I could try to like help you survive. I guess we do have a lot of food here, so this might be a good place to start. So let's just drop that baby over there. Let's drop this over here. Let's go like so. Let's collect some food right there. Hello, mom. Hello. What are you doing, baby? You are baby. I think my name is Hex. Yeah, it is. Hexty. Well, crap. Anyway, so yeah, what I really liked about the trailer was the idea of being able to progress through like stages of humanity and technology and stuff like that. So I really had like high hopes for a super in-depth and super complicated crafting system, and the ability to like advance through like different times, like getting to the medieval times and then the Renaissance and possibly like modern times, and then go like into the future. That's what I wanted to have from this game. I didn't really care much about the survival aspects of the game. Sure, having the rush and the adrenaline of being like near death is kind of like cool, but it does get old with time. So I really liked the possibility of like building structures and having like a real impact in the world, and then having like the next generation, like your kids or other players, having like, I really like the idea of having them build upon what you already did. So it's sort of like a collaborative effort, I guess it's how I would put it. Like having the possibility of spawning in a village and building on top of what other people did, and just taking advantage of that, and that way being able to like progress through civilization. That's what I wanted to do, I guess. Baby, come back. Yeah, a lot of babies decide to just kill themselves. That's what happens. And thankfully we are in a good spot here, I guess, because we do have the heat from this desert. So yeah, and all of that kind of like all of those dreams. This is so dramatic. All of those things that I expected from the game kind of like got deleted or got like, I don't know, the game sort of like shifted away from that with the Apocalypse update. And I understand that the Apocalypse was like it was a creative solution to a technical problem, I guess. And also the limitation of the fact that Jason is working on this by himself. So there's obviously a limitation there, and I understand that. But I think the Apocalypse update and sort of like how disposable your efforts are now, in terms of like whatever you do, it doesn't matter because it's just gonna decay and die and disappear. That kind of like it's disappointing, I guess. I don't feel like playing the game as often as I used to because of that, and I noticed that a lot of people feel the same way, and that's kind of sad. I think what this game should do... Hold on, I'm trying to eat when I'm already full. I guess what I'm trying to do... I guess what Jason could do to like... avoid stagnation, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I feel like the game is stagnant, even though we do have like updates every week. When I started the game, I noticed that the game is very difficult, and it is. With time, you're gonna find that things become easier, and you kind of like memorize recipes and crafting trees and stuff like that, and you know kind of like the basics of the game. But for a beginner, for someone who's just like starting out, it's very, very difficult to understand the game. And I think the game is difficult enough already. Sorry, baby. I think it's difficult enough already. So he added a bunch of different things to the farming mechanics. How do you say that? I don't know. The farming mechanics. So now you have to like till the soil, and you get a bunch of different obstacles as well. It's not more difficult, but it's different, and I think the farming situation was just fine, to be honest. Again, what I like about this game is the ability to like move forward in a tech tree. That's basically what I like, and the idea of being able to craft different things from different eras. So what I was hoping was like updates in terms of being able to build, I don't know, like larger houses and structures. I really do like the ability to like lock your house. Like private property was something that I mentioned for this game like since the beginning, and the ability to trade is something that I also think that should be added. I think the core of this game, in my opinion, is just the ability to build upon someone else's work and move down or move upwards in terms of like technology. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I guess that's okay. Where? Water. I don't know. I'm sorry. Hello, baby. And the ability to like, yeah, to progress in terms of technology. That's what I really liked about this game. And I was really hoping to get like, I don't know, to wake up one day and see that there was like a huge medieval update, and now you can craft armor, and now you can craft swords, and now you can craft, I don't know, bolts and crossbows, and now you can like build like 2-story houses and things like that, you know, and maybe adding some other interesting like survival mechanics. Like, I don't know, in medieval times in the Renaissance, there was like a huge sort of like focus on art and religion and stuff like that. So maybe add like something like that. Maybe the need to have like priests in your village or something like that. I don't know. I was hoping to get like constant updates that reflected like a specific time period in humanity, right? So having the medieval update, so suddenly you have like a, I don't know, faith stat here, and you need a priest in your village, and you can build churches and temples and stuff like that. And then afterwards you get like into the Renaissance, and you need to like have, I don't know, art and architecture in your villages. I don't know, you need painters and sculptures and monuments and things like that, and you have like another stat here. I don't know, later down the line I was hoping to get like technology, like chips and engineering and engines, and I don't know, man, I was hoping to get to like modern times, but the problem is obviously the fact that we don't have. What am I trying to do here? Hold on, let me eat something real quick. Hey, baby. Hi. Hi. Did I name this baby? You are Klaus. Right there. So yeah, that's kind of like what I was hoping for. But the problem is that it's only Jason working on this game, and there's only so much that he can do for this game. I'm pretty sure he works super hard on the game. We have updates every week. We have updates, so I can't blame him, to be honest. I think he's doing the best he can, and resetting the servers and doing the apocalypse thing, it was just a way for him to like basically get ahead of us, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. I guess what he tried to say was that he wasn't able to keep up with the demands on the game, right? So what he had to do was add all these mechanics that basically made it more difficult for us to reach the limit in terms of like elements and crafting trees. I don't know, but at the same time, like the byproduct of that, like the side effect of it was that, I don't know, your work kind of like became meaningless, I guess. Your work and your effort was like meaningless and disposable now, because it doesn't matter what you do, it's gonna decay and disappear. And I've been playing for, I don't know, I guess like an hour now, and it's very difficult to find an advanced village now. It just doesn't exist anymore. Partly because of the apocalypse, partly because there was like a server reset. There's like a disconnect between what Jason thinks the game should be and what people like about the game. Personally, I like the crafting system, and I like the idea of being able to advance society, I guess. Jason, on the other hand, it seems like, for what I've been able to gather from his like posts and, I don't know, emails and stuff like that, it seems like he puts a huge like focus on the survival aspects of the game, and that kind of like goes against what I was saying, because the further you get in terms of technology, the easier it should be for you to like survive. So you should be able to have like large villages with a huge like farming area, and you should be able to just consume whatever food you want, and then be able to like specialize on a specific task and focus on that. So, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to like feed you. I was focusing on something else. Anyway, this feels like a rant, and I guess it is. And I don't want to seem like I don't like the game anymore, or that the game is not good, because I do think that this is a very original game. It has a very unique idea. I feel like there's a disconnect between where the game is going and where people want the game to go, and yeah, and that's a problem. Anyway, this is just a rant video. I'm not doing like much here. I'm just thinking about the game and thinking about where, like, what I hope the game becomes in the future, where the game is going and stuff like that. And I just wanted to share some thoughts with you guys. Anyway, thank you guys so very much for watching. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about the new update and where the game is headed. I'm playing a bunch of other indie games though. I'm playing Frostpunk, I'm playing Stranded Deep, the new like experimental update. I'm playing zombsroyale.io, I'm playing survive.io, and I'm also playing Minute, which is a pretty cool game where you live for 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 life. Anyway, if you guys like that, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the little bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.